Hi everyone, this is Kylo and me, and I'm here with my new Czech specific figure. 31-inch Imperial Stormtrooper. Now I just love the way he looks. He just looks so great with all those details on him. Now I was actually hoping up a more sunny day, but looks like the sun is gonna hide for the rest of the day, so it won't be a very sunny video. But we still have this really awesome white Stormtrooper, so this video can just be bad. So let's have a look at the packaging. Now he has 7 ports of articulation, and yes, his blaster is in his hand. He's pretty big too, and actually he has like the same packaging as Vader had, with a little explanation here in 2 languages for us. And I like the picture too, so... I don't really know if the 2 Stormtroopers on the 2 sides are the same, but looks like they have been releasing a Stormtrooper and Vader, just like they have been releasing Kylo and a Stormtrooper in the newer assortment. Now I've been seeing this figure for a while, but by that time I never got it. And well, I was thinking of putting an Imperial Stormtrooper next to my First Order Stormtrooper. I put bandanas on them, I thought it was pretty cute. So yeah, well, that's why now I really felt like adopting this one too. And I think they go really well together, and after all, I'm really happy they're both here. So after seeing him for a while, I was really happy that I could welcome him in my little figure family. They're all here. Now I have 4 of them. There we have the Sith Lords. And here we have the troopers, like I call them. These are my boys. So, well, yeah, let's have a look at him. Now I don't think you will need a lot of scissors or knives to cut over these ropes. I've been detaching them first, but actually they are very easy to detach, and I think there are just a few attachments around the feet and the arms, so there you go. And then here around his arm and his elbow here, but I think I'll just turn him around and just make sure he's not really stable in his packaging. In general, those figures are really stable, as this guy right there. Also the smaller ones. There you go. Just make sure it doesn't fall down, because this guy has some kind of different material as this First Order Stormtrooper. I think his material will make sure you'll see scratches easily, more easy than on the other ones. That's actually a weak point on this figure, if you ask me. Just like for Vader, this one has... if this one gets damaged, it will be kind of visible. This trooper already has a scratch, but he had that in the shop. There you go! I think he's entirely detached. Here he is. This is his box and all the attachments. So, well, the figures of the previous assortment had a pretty big box. Let's have a look at this guy. Well, actually, he reminds me the material that's used on Vader. So you can actually compare the plastic with some kind of Tupperware plastic. It's shiny, and maybe that's why the scratches would be even more visible on this guy. But this guy is white, Vader's black, so even on Vader I can tell you the scratches are visible if he gets some, so careful with those figures. Here's the scratch of mine, but I think on the camera and here outside will be hard to see. Some parts of this figure, or if you ask me, not really. Well, of course those Stormtroopers have an older look, but they look because of that older look, some material parts look a bit less sturdy than on this figure. See, here is like nothing that detaches itself. The whole figure is one big piece, while here you have some parts that are a bit detached. So here, but he has that one too, somewhere here, some detachable parts. But don't worry, these figures are in general really sturdy and not so easy to break. The helmets are like the same material. Where's my big guy? So the helmets are pretty similar, except from the design, of course. I'll show you the helmet of this guy. I don't mind the sole of their feet getting scratched, because I used to put them outside, but just the material that's used on this guy is really different. The plastic is different, and on some places I don't really like that material that much, but that's just the design of the figure. That's how the troopers looks. Sorry, they just are a bit more shiny than these guys. What can I tell you about this figure? So, just the details on it. And the back. Now, I don't think they have been really... Yes, there's some black linings here. They really have an older look, and that's why the plastic is different on these figures. That's how it looks under his bandana, so he has like those shoulder linings too. And let's have a look at his articulations. So I can move the arm. And there you go. So he's also perfectly stable, even though but maybe you should point it this way. Ha! That's much better. Hey guys, how you doing? See their hands, the way they position their hand is pretty similar on both troopers. Here we have some kind of a hand cap. That's pretty big. On this one it's a bit smaller. But of course that's the differences between the two kind of troopers. And just look at their heads. They go so well together. Also with that bandana, it's really cute. It was a good idea to have both kinds. Really, they're like two brothers. And there's a little difference in the head articulation. On this one you can make the head rotate all around, while on this one turning the face backwards is not possible. It looks kind of creepy if you want your figure to look like an owl, but it's not really possible on this one. So for all the other articulations, they are kind of similar. The leg articulation, well, I think this one has leg articulation. But I still have to test this, hold on. So the legs of the Imperial Stormtrooper can move, but these ones cannot move. Now actually you can just see some general differences between the two assortments of big figures that they have been releasing. Let's have a look at these ones first. Now as you can see on this figure, you can see the shiny plastic. See, and for example, my Vader has this little scratch here on the helmet, which is pretty visible because of the shiny plastic. They don't have that plastic all over him, but as you can see, a lot of parts of him are kind of shiny. So on this figure, also if you buy it online, make sure to know how they package it, because if it comes with damage or scratches, might be because of the packaging that the seller used. Just a little advice, if necessary. Also the legs here, the feet, they are really shiny. Here is another material used. But on some parts of Vader, scratches might be really visible, also here on his shoulders and on his shoulder plates. And actually you see that same feature here on this trooper. The helmet is not really shiny, it's comparable with the First Order Stormtrooper, but also on him, because he's white it's hard to see, but they use the same shiny Tupperware looking plastic all over him, so also for scratches. And if you buy one online, just make sure the packaging is suitable for this kind of trooper or figure. Now let's have a look at Kylo and the Stormtrooper. As you can see on these figures, they use some kind of a less shiny material, but which is pretty advantageous because scratches are less visible. See, so it's not really easy to have visible damage on it. Also on the trooper here you have the same plastic. It's hard to see, but it's the same kind of plastic, and I think the material they use is very well chosen. So on that figure assortment you have some kind of an advantage there. Now I'm going to enjoy my little figure family, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have some more questions about one of these figures, you can always leave them. I really highly recommend those figures. They all have their little differences, but that makes them even more special sometimes. And also they're very well made and very good looking. So if you have some more questions about one of these, don't hesitate to leave them. I hope I told you everything about my little Imperial Stormtrooper, which I really love. And now I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye!